What up, YouTube? I'm back. So this week's episode was good. It was really heartwarming because of Otama, but it was pretty good, you know. Anyway, last week's episode was Zoro versus Hawkins, two members of the worst generation, and it was an amazing episode, man. The art and animation for this fight was godly. I really liked seeing Zoro back in action, really back in action, fighting someone worthy of his stature. You know, it was just really cool to see him back. He's my favorite character of the show, so it was amazing. But yeah, it was an art piece, man. Last week's episode was an art piece, so shout out to the animators of last week's episode because they did an amazing job, and they've been doing an amazing job for this arc so far. The Wano Kuni arc has been amazing art wise and animation wise. Anyhow, the main goal was to save Otama because she drank some river water. Obviously, because Kaido took over Wano, he's constructed a lot of factories, and because of that, there's a lot of chemicals in the water. So, you know, it's poisonous for humans, except if you're like Luffy or Zoro. But they were able to save her by, let her drink some like soup with special medical herbs or something like that, and that basically saved her. It's not like an antidote, but it's not the poison in her body is not gonna kill her. So in last week's episode, I said something about this lady right there in this shot. I think her name is Okiku if I remember well, but the thing that I said is that she was huge, and I know in the One Piece universe there's a lot of huge human beings, but she's really huge, man. But anyway, Zoro said the same thing in this week's episode, that she was huge, and that I think was kind of funny. It was really funny in my opinion. But yeah, she was treating Zoro's injuries, and she said something pretty interesting. Obviously, she introduced herself to Zoro and Luffy. She said that her name was Okiku Seisha or something like that, and she really emphasized the Seisha in her name, and Zoro reacted to it. I don't know what it means. I'm not going to look it up because I want to be surprised when they explain it in the next episode or the episode after that, so I'll wait. But she emphasized that word heavily, and Zoro reacted to it, so I'm really interested in what it means. Something that I kind of forgot is that Otama hasn't ate in days. She gave her rice to Luffy for saving her life, so she hasn't eaten in a while, so Lady Otsuru offered her a soup, a red bean soup, with rice balls in it, and that moment was pretty funny because Otama didn't want to eat her meal because she didn't have money to pay up for it or anything like that. So it was a pretty funny scene because Lady Otsuru really wanted her to eat because it's been a while, and that part of the episode was funny as hell, man. Lady Otsuru was so mad that Otama didn't want to eat the soup that she picked her up like that, and just Otama's face was it was so funny, man. I really liked that part of the episode. But one of the things that I like the most about Otama right now is her relationship with Luffy. Obviously, we know that she had a really good relationship with Ace before he died, and she's developing a relationship with Luffy, and when she woke up at the beginning of the episode, just seeing her saying a big bro to Luffy, it was really heartwarming. And then seeing her eating the soup and her reaction to that, because she never ate that kind of soup before because obviously she's poor, but just her reaction, her smiling and crying at the same time, it was so heartwarming, man. It was a really heartwarming episode on Otama's side, and I really want to see her more in this arc, hopefully. And I have a theory about her. Maybe she's gonna be later on when she's an adult, obviously. Maybe she's gonna be Momonosuke's wife or something like that, that would be interesting. But yeah, we all know that Kaido, one of the four emperors or Yonkos, and the Shogun Orochi are reigning over the Wano country right now. They killed Momonosuke's father, and then because of that, now they're reigning over the Wano country. And we all knew that, obviously, but Lady Otsuru explained more things in this week's episode. She basically said that there's one place where there's really good food, really good outfit, and everything like that, and that's where I guess the shogun is living right now. So the rest of the population kind of have the leftovers of this great food and great outfits and everything like that, the luxurious life, I guess, you know. And she was talking all kind of shit over, you know, the shogun and Kaido. And while she was talking, someone tried to kill her, you know, because you're not supposed to say bad things about the shogun or Kaido. If it wasn't for Zoro, she would be dead, man. It was just amazing how he stopped the arrow from killing her with his sword, you know. He didn't even cut the arrow. He just stopped it, you know. So that was so amazing. Zoro is a badass, but it was basically, I think, one of Kaido and the Shogun henchmen, you know. He's probably gonna be fodder for Zoro and Luffy. He doesn't look that strong. His name is Batman. That's kind of funny, honestly. A gifter with the bat smile fruit. That's really weird, man. I've said that a lot in One Piece. The devil fruit powers are really weird, you know. As I've said in last week's episode, that the straw fruit, the fruit that Hawkins has, is pretty weird, but that one is even weirder, you know. But he said that he could hear from really far, I guess, but I don't know how exactly his powers work, because he was able to redirect one of his arrows. But obviously Zoro is the man, Luffy is the man. They're probably my two favorite characters, with Ace, even though Ace is now dead, it's been a while, and Sabo. But Zoro is my favorite character, and I love seeing him use haki on his swords. It looks amazing. The animation for that, when he was starting to just cutting the arrows with his swords, was amazing. I really liked it a lot, and they were handling him pretty easily. Zoro was just cutting every single arrows, and Luffy was punching every single arrows, even though he had a sword and he's just not using it. And that's why he should give it to Zoro, because he's not really using the sword, man. Come on, just give it to Zoro, man. And we all know that he'd probably end up with this sword at the end, maybe of this arc, or maybe a little bit later on in this arc, because I think that I've heard that this arc is going to be even longer than the Marineford arc. So that's going to be pretty cool. But I guess that their goals was to kill Lady Otsuru because of what she was saying, but also to kidnap Otama, I guess. I'm not really sure, but the guy that kidnapped Otama said that he could run at 200 miles an hour, which is crazy, because, you know, you're not even supposed to do that, you know, when you're driving your car, you know, on the highway, or, you know, anywhere you go usually. So that's kind of crazy how fast he really is. I'm wondering if Luffy and Zoro will be able to catch up, because the kind of lion is not that fast. I don't think so. So it'd be interesting to see how this goes. But like I said, I think her name is Okiku. She's interesting. I think that I watched the episode preview, and it seems like she's a swordsman or a swordswoman, you know. So she's gonna be pretty interesting. I think I've said in last week's episode that I think she's gonna be important in the story. So we'll see. But this week's episode was pretty good, man. I can't wait for next week's episode, because Otama has been kidnapped, and Luffy, Zoro, and probably Okiku will have to go to their hideouts, you know, in enemy territory. So it's gonna be interesting. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do One Piece reviews every Saturday, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things, like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, usually Fire Force and Dr. Stone reviews on Fridays, and then Demon Slayer plus, like I said, One Piece reviews on Saturdays, man. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do a video about the new Boku no Hero Academia trailer probably tomorrow or on Monday, so stay tuned for that. There's a lot of animes coming this month or in October, so I can't wait. Boku no Hero Academia, Sword Art Online Alicization, War of the Underworld is coming back too, so there's a lot of things that I'm gonna review on this channel, so stay tuned, man, and I can't wait to talk about all these animes with you guys. Follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, especially on Twitter because I tweet a lot more. And like, comment, subscribe, it would help my channel a lot. But yeah, man, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace. Oh, and by the way, congrats to the One Piece anime for 900 episodes and counting. I hope that it continues. I hope that they're going to finish the anime and not stopping it like they did One Piece. But congrats to the staff and everything that you've done so far for the One Piece anime fans, man.